Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel where I share great ideas. And this backdrop looks a little different from what you've seen before. The wood turning that I do. There's some wood turning here. Here's the last one that I did there, last video I think, one of the last ones anyway, of my sandhill crane when I was experimenting with off-center turning. And of course my little jewel here that I really liked. Anyway, I said that I'd probably not be doing a whole lot of more videos, but you know, when a great idea comes along, I kind of like to share it. And here in the far north, spring is coming. Still had quite a bit of frost this morning, but I do a lot of gardening in the summer and that, grow big gardens we've always had. We've got acreage here and in the forest. So anyway, I got to seeing some stuff on the internet and come up with this hydroponic method. It's called the KRATKY method, and Dr. KRATKY lived in Hawaii, and I don't call it engineered or whatever, but anyway, he brought this method to fruition. So a lot of people are actually doing it. You may have run into it yourself. So it kind of will extend our growing season here in the north by quite a bit, because I think it's worked so successful. My first experiment with it, right now I'm in the experimental stage and just starting stuff and things like that. But yeah, so I've got a number of plants here. The reason I wanted to make this video today is because I want to just about eat a lot of this stuff. Whoopsie. And this here is bok choy, and it grows very quickly and easily. And we've been eating this for the last 2 or 3 weeks here, taking the leaves off the sides, you know, and putting it in salad and made stir fries, etc. like that. So, and beautiful green leaves, and it tastes good too. So anyway, this was the first one I started. This tube here is downspout, and you drill holes in it, and then you use pool noodles that's readily available to support the little plants. And this grew extremely well the first time I did that with that. And since then I've started some other stuff here. This back here is romaine lettuce, and it's come along really well. I've got about 6 or 8 plants of those, probably 6 I guess, and that. So anyway, I'll show you a couple other things here. This is my Swiss chard here, and instead of putting it got so big I had to put it into these larger containers here, and this worked nice. And then I made this pool noodle go up a little farther to support the stems there. And one advantage of this method is you get fantastic root development, and there's a little trick to it. Anyway, I'll just show you the root in this plant here if I can get it out. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Back on there. What I've found is starting the small plants, if you can get a healthy start and your root starts to develop, it'll grow very quickly and you'll get larger plants. Now these plants here, okay, and this one here, okay, that's Swiss chard again. I'm going to transplant this into larger containers now. But all the Swiss chard was planted at the same time. Like this is one here, and let's just check the root on it too. Okay, well, it doesn't have that great a root, but not too bad. Okay, that was probably one of the smaller plants I checked there. Let's just check this one here. This is a little bigger plant, I think. Okay. Now this top section here, right now, and the bottom here, those are special roots. So you never want to have your liquid all the way to the top, because those are air roots, and that's where it takes in the oxygen. Now with a regular hydroponic system, of course, you have moving liquid, and it takes pumps and this and that and everything under the sun, and it's very expensive and that. But this method, you can grow the same things that you're buying in the store right in your house, and it takes advantage of if you have a deck or something like that. There's a lot other climates farther south. Of course, you got more frost-free days, and you live in apartments and high rises and that. You can grow a lot of your things in a small space right in your apartment and on your deck there. So this is a fantastic development for urban people. So anyway, I'll just talk a little bit about how to start the seeds. And okay, so how do we go from seed to productive plants ready to eat? A lot of people have a lot of house plants in your house, and I did too. But they're beautiful, fantastic. But you know, nowadays with this method, you can fill your house with plants that you can eat. I mean, how much better you can get. And if you leave it too long, like these bok choy here, I keep flipping these off, they give you flowers too. So, but they're good. I just keep eating them off, breaking them off and eating them. But I want to eat a bunch of this stuff up today. But anyway, you know, seeds, this is my little seed nursery here, and it is a takeout container with the lid turned upside down, and in there cut 2 slots and put paper towel at the bottom of it with the ends through those slots. So the bottom section has got water in there, and anyway, just sprinkle a few seeds and cover it with a little bit of dirt, and with that wicking method, you can just leave it on its own, and they grow up an inch or 2 inches. Some will grow a little bit more, and then you just pull those out, pull them right out, and then transfer them to something. Normally, you would use one of these other tubes here. So some people would put it right to the tube here, which I did the first time, but since then I've progressed into some other containers that you can see here. Here's some that I did last week, and I'm using just milk type containers, and with the hole cut there, and then I took a piece of the pool noodle and cut a little plug with a hole saw, and there you can see the root that's coming along. Once the root gets about that big, well then you can transfer it into something that you want to grow to development there. So I've used different containers. A lot of the stuff that I've done you won't find on the internet on what people are doing. You just have to go on and see what other people are doing. But I'm just kind of going my own route and finding out what's successful for me. The individual containers work well because you can just move them around. You can put them on your table, eat right off the plant when you're having your supper if you want to just chaw on some leaves and things like that, which is good. Yeah, and anytime you go by, you just grab a leaf off and take a hunk out of it, and wow, and you say, wow, that's good, that's fresh. It's clean, and you have very little dirt or etc. These containers here, milk containers, I cut these little holes in there, the hole saw, and then I fix up these holes. I started doing that with some goop. Just run some goop around there and it seals up that cloth, the water, because they do get this one back here. Before I did that, and let me check the root out on that one too. So that one will go into a bigger container like right away. But it's all soft all the way around in here. Because the moisture, the wet in there is. Well, I'll have to put that one in after. I don't want to break off those roots. Anyway, yeah, and even like this little container here. It's plastic, and you can, a little root on that starting to grow. This was just not that many days ago, and thing there. So let's talk about what you put in this magic liquid you have. Okay, so I'll go get that, and so you can see what I do there too. Okay, so what's this magic potion that these plants are thriving on? Plants require certain basic elements, and when you plant things in the ground, you can have real rich soil. It depends where you live too. Some places the ground doesn't grow where the hoot, and other people have fantastic ground. There's a lot. If you followed organic gardening and composting and manure and all that sort of stuff, you can add to your soil what the plant really needs. And even at the best of times, it's maybe not getting what they need. So this is where I guess science comes in, and the chemical engineers. We don't like that word chemical, but that's what plants use. They use different chemicals. In fact, there's one place that was growing fantastic tomatoes, and that one of the items they added was actually battery acid. No, but yet the quality of the fruit was fantastic. So I got everything in a green bag. You know, you're supposed to have a green thumb, so I got a green bag and a green table right here. So it just takes a couple things. Okay, the first thing that the magic portion is in this bag here, and there's different manufacturers, I imagine, that make this stuff, but this is done by the company name called Master Blend, and it has the NKP thing of 8, 15, 36, and then what they added besides that is all the basic trace elements that your plant needs. We've got nitrogen, phosphate, potash, magnesium, boron, copper, iron, manganese, molybdenum, and zinc. So this is your main ingredient. Okay, let's see what else is. You need 3 things. And from what I've seen in hydroponics, these are the basic 3 things that everybody has to use. So here's another little bag here, and it's 1500, yeah. And it's calcium nitrate, so that's basically pure nitrogen. And you like nice green leaves, and that's what makes green leaves, is your green is nitrogen. And the other item I need, cashews, believe it or not. No, you don't use cashews, but I just put that in because I had a big bag of it. I got a little bag here. And this item here is something that a lot of you have in your home and you're using it all the time. In fact, you even take a bath in it because you think it's so fantastic, and that's oh my, talking too much, forgot what I called it. It's magnesium sulfate, Epsom salts. Yeah, that's the word, Epsom salts. So the ratio is given on the master blend thing, but you have equal amounts of master blend and equal to calcium nitrate, and half as much Epsom salts. Now, what's the concentration? Well, it's given on the bag, but I have a 20-liter bucket. It's soap came in it, but it holds 20 liters. So on 20 liters, on going by the chart here, it takes 12.8 grams of the master blend and 12.8 grams of the calcium nitrate, and then of course 6.4 of the magnesium sulfate. So putting that in a language you maybe understand, I've got this bucket. It's almost 5 gallons, 20 liters. A 5-gallon bucket would be 25 liters, I guess. Anyway, that's 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of master blend, 2 teaspoons of calcium nitrate, and 1 teaspoon of Epsom salts. So you're not adding a lot, but you're adding everything your plant needs, and that's what's going to give you the fantastic growth and good root thing. Now, this is just kind of an introduction to get you interested in a great idea with a little bit of basics. If in the comments, if things were, or people are interested, I could do another video or so just talking about and showing you some of the basic things. Some of the things I'm doing you won't find on the internet, but there's lots of people out there doing fantastic things. The one that you should go to is, that I've got a lot of my information from, is Keep on Growing with Mike Van Duzy. He's just totally excited about this, and he's done, I think, hundreds of videos already. In fact, he just constantly put him out, growing in this, growing in that, new ideas on this and new ideas on that. There's so many videos there that it's hard to find the basics. And then of course there's others too that are doing fantastic things with the KRATKY method. I'll put a bunch of pictures on YouTube so you can kind of see a little more what I've done there. But anyway, this has been a great idea for me, and I'm quite interested in it, and it's still me. I got a haircut. If you didn't recognize me, and put a fancy shirt on, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So if you're not doing growing things this summer, keep on turning. I see so many fantastic things out on the internet that people do. It's just unreal. I saw one that I'd like to experiment with. It was 2 goblets captivated with 1 captive ring. So you had 2 goblets going through a captive ring in the center, and yeah, that's a real head scratcher there. So I'll have to do some head scratching this summer when I'm growing here and think, well, how in the earth did he do that? anyway, I'll come up with more great ideas sometime. So thanks for watching, and subscribe. Who knows what you might come up with on one of my videos there.